Hello, SWEETSENSE bosses! Okay, so I wanted to hop on really quick. In this training, there's going to be a really just totally random, right? But I was like, let me actually go on because I had a few calls today and we kind of talked about the income producing activity checklist. Recognize this baby right here. Yes, yes, yes. And so I wanted to quickly go over it. So that way, if you have any questions, I want you to put it down in the comments, okay? While you're watching this, I want you to let me know if there's any questions that you have. This is going to be in our guide, this training, along with this form. This is what helped me get to director, helped me kind of stay focused, stay in line to make sure that I was doing income producing activities so that way I can see results. Hi, Miss Vi. Hi, beautiful. So I just finished my content, and before we kind of get into this, I do have to say, if you haven't started the GoPro book, whether it's audio, Kindle, or you got the actual book, please read that. Oh my God, it's like golden nuggets after golden nuggets, I swear. I do have to say, before we get into this, schedule, because I know schedule is something that's huge when it comes to us busy moms, right? Working full time, running other businesses, being moms, okay? I mean, that in itself is a lot while we're working full time and trying to run our businesses and our pharmacy business, whatever it is. Like the day goes by fairly quickly. So with that being said, before you even kind of get to this, before you start to kind of organize your day, organize your week, organize your month, figure out the days that you're going to do certain things. So on here, you have your Monday through Sunday. Figure out the days that you're going to do the particular items, particular checklist on your income producing activity checklist, okay? For example, content days. So, and this is going to switch. Like, don't feel like, oh, I have to stick to it. No, whatever works, and you're like, oh my God, this totally works. Make it work, okay? So for example, my whole thing was that Tuesdays and Thursdays were going to be my content days. Like those are days where I'm gonna do my makeup, get all dolled up, do my live, do my TikToks, do my reels, do my pictures. So Tuesdays and Thursdays were strictly content, where I won't show up so much on posting or whatever, right? And then the other days will pretty much be like all this beautiful stuff. So so pick a day or two to see which one. And when you actually pick a day or two, then what you can actually do is you can organize it based on your day here. So on your day here, so say Mondays, I'm only going to do da 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 da. So say you're not going to do like one box, like X it out, block it out, just block it out. Block it out so you know, oh, cool, I can skip through that one because it's Monday. Oh, duh, it's Monday. Because we forget what day it is sometimes. Let's just be honest. Okay? So just block it off like that so that way you can go through your list. And do that throughout the whole list. You know what I'm saying? So that way you can actually stay on track to get things done if that's overwhelming. The biggest thing with the IPA checklist is do at least, like, if everything overwhelms you, start with doing one thing from each category. Just do one thing, and then you're like, oh cool, I got this. Try adding another one, add another one. Now if you're someone like me that's an overachiever, doing too much and you just want to get there, impatience, that's me. I have no patience. Okay, then you do all of them. You do all of them. Then you pick a time. So how it worked for me with my schedule is I literally did AM and PM. AM, I would come on, check. PM, I would come on, check. Okay, that's how I did it. And that's how I was able to gain more followers, connect with more people, build more relationships, and get my butt out of there and just kind of just do it. This was my do it list, okay? And because I was doing it list, I wasn't on my phone scrolling, liking, commenting, or anything like that because I was building relationships. So if you think, like how I did, that liking and commenting that's all it is to build your business? No, it's not. It is not. It's not. I promise you it's not. All it's going to do is put you in a scrolling hole, and we do not have time for that, okay? So we want to focus on the producing activities that's going to give us results, okay? So the easiest way that I found. I mean, this is how I do it. Leave it in the comments if you've already been using the IPA checklist and what actually works for you, okay? Because this is how we are all going to be there for each other, okay? So my everyday thing, so top of the list, you're playing content. As I was saying, you're playing content 2 to 3 days a week. I pick 2 days a week, and that can look different for you. Mine's is Tuesdays and Thursdays, but yet look, it's freaking Friday, and today was my content day. So shit happens, and don't feel bad about that, okay? As long as you get it done, okay? So you're playing content. That's your empowerment. You're inspired. You know, that's when you actually go out, you know, you do your quotes. You can do some sounds. Like, I just did a sound. I love that sound. I love doing the sounds on TikTok and Reel because it's so true, right? You want to inspire people. You want to empower them. And so that's where you can plan your content. You can schedule it out or not, or you can be on there, whichever one. These are different ideas. Every single box is different idea. If one doesn't work, cross it off and put something that works for you, okay? As long as it has something that's relevant to that. So your plan content is to inspire and empower, to show your personal lifestyle. Okay, it's all about you. This is your brand. Let them get to know you. Don't be shy. Don't be stingy with your goods, okay? That's why they're there. That's why they're watching you. That's why they're following you, because they see something that's like, oh, wow, you're giving everyone hope. Always remember that. When you show your face on there, you're giving hope, right? You're giving light. So be the light. Be the light, girl. Okay? Okay. Personal lifestyle, entertaining, so easy now, right? It's the TikToks, it's the Reels, it's the sounds, whatever. That's your entertainment so that you can engage. And these things are 3 times a week. So pick your day. If you're like, okay, I'm just going to do empowerment or whatever on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. I'm just going to do empowerment on that. So that way you can cross out Tuesdays and Thursdays on those days. X them out, block them out, so you don't have to worry about that. Just skip through, okay? Because this is supposed to be a checklist. You want to check it off, okay? After that is your product, so your product knowledge. So this one can look different for a lot of people. This one is the plan content. So me, I like to do my minute reels. I like to do my minute promo videos. I showed you guys in the guide section on social media. Make sure you check that out. I have little things there to help you guys, to give you some ideas on how I typically make my promo videos. It's easier, 1 minute, straight on the story, whatever. That's it. Done. Off. Okay. So that's your product. The business, it's at least once a week. Now I need to be, I guess like I kind of mix it in with the product promo, because I'm like, you know, product, I love it, blah, blah, blah. And then I always make sure that I put on there, just remember, you can get this at a 50% discount when you join our team and launch your business for $19.99, so forth and so forth. I see. I'm so sorry, I can't see your comments. I think I don't know if there's something on here that's like messing up my I don't know. I gotta look it up, but I can't, even with the other lives, I can't see the comments. But leave your questions in the comment section. We're going over the IPA checklist, okay? And we're gonna go over this over and over and over again, because I'm gonna tell you right now, this is part of your system. This is part of the secret on how you're going to see your results that you're wanting, okay? So the business, I kind of mixed the two with product and business, but the business, you have to at least be offering at least once a week. And that's just kind of, you know, posting something like your story, your learning. If you haven't earned like that commission check that you want, your goals to get there, the community that you're in, how you love how we're just empowering or inspiring, or how you want to be inspiring and empowering. So those are little ideas on how you would post the business. You kind of see how the ladies post their selfies, and they talk about how this and this and that, so forth and so forth. You can do it that way. Those are curiosity posts. Or you can make up your own way, whatever feels good to you, okay? As long as it's the opportunity, okay? Your live videos. Your live is all about teaching. It's all about showing how to apply this, showing how this looks, showing how it feels, showing the benefits of it, things like that. We have a lot of fact sheets in our album, so make sure you check that out, especially for our nutrition line. So that way you can educate yourself first before you actually go on and educate your customers and potential BIs. It's so much, the more you know, the more confident you are. And that's why it's so important for you to kind of give yourself that little feedback. Not to say that you're the expert, no, but so that you can kind of get the gist of it, so you can share that and always let your customers know, hey, if you want more information, I can get you that. and all that good stuff. Okay, does that make sense? And then the last one on your planned content is your group. So I personally use a group. I was actually going back and forth to use it here or there, but I do find that when I'm in my group more, I get more activities. I get more activity, I get more interaction, and I actually get more sales when I'm in my group. I feel like because I've created that very personal, trusted environment in the group rather than my regular page. And this is all depending on who you are, to be honest with you. And so what works for me is what works for me. It may not work for you. And so just kind of play with it. Mess around. Like, do you get more people on your live on your personal page or your group page? You know, I go on both, depending on what it is. I don't know, just like hop on and like, hey, it's me, type of thing, okay? But I have found just kind of listening and watching my business and watching how everything's going, that I do get more hits in my personal group. And yes, the professionals say, personal groups don't really get you, so forth and so forth, but use your personal group as your VIP customer group, okay? That's where all your albums are. That's where all your details for your products. That's how to use a personal group. So that way you can put all your customers in there, or anybody that wants to learn more about what you're doing. And so you can pretty much educate, okay? It's all about educating, showing, giving them, like, they have like the sneak peek, like, you're my VIP, like, you're my VIP girl. Yes. Okay. So that's all planned content. That's all that. This right here, before that, that's your daily routine for your Facebook notifications and messages and things like that. Just make sure you're only checking it twice a day. Don't get stuck always checking your notifications. That's how you get in that hole. Don't do that to yourself. Just check it AM, PM. That's it. Okay. And this is based on running your business. The next one is your networking, okay? Networking is pretty much, this is your birthdays. That's the easy one, really fast. My easiest is when I go on my actual desktop computer. So your happy birthdays, their friendsery, PMs, you can send them a personal message or just post on their page and things like that. That's an easy one. Check it off. That's every day. When you add new friends. We're networking. So if you're someone like me that I'm not gonna go and freaking, join these groups and join these like public things. I can be who I am here. I think I'm more outgoing when I'm with people that I trust, love, but I'm not a natural extrovert. I feel like I'm in between. I'm an introvert and extrovert. I think it's ambivert is what you call them, but I'm in between. So I'm not that person that's just gonna be going out there like, hey, my name is Lydia, let me join your group type of thing. You know what I mean? I mean, I could, but if it's a choice, I'm not gonna do that. So what I'm doing is I'm joining different groups on Facebook. I'm joining things that I love. Like I've joined like some karaoke groups. It's kind of weird because people be going on there, they're like karaoke live. I'm like, oh my God, I never knew they had this. So I joined like the karaoke groups. I'll join some beauty groups. I joined the dancing groups, like the Polynesian dancing groups. Things that I just love. Like these are just fun for me. So those are the kind of groups you can join if you're really into animals, dogs, cats, whatever. You can join those groups. Like if you're into other stuff like knitting, quilting, whatever, like something that you're just like, oh my God, I love doing that, right? I'll just join barbecue groups. He joins the bully groups. So that way you can connect with people that you have something in common with. That's the whole point of networking. So will I go out there and join different other groups in public or in person? Probably not, but I'll join them on Facebook. I'll do it on Facebook. Okay. So that's kind of getting into that. Okay. On here is just making sure you're sending out, and see, you can do as little or as much. So this is doing, adding 10 friends per day, or adding 5 or 10 to 15, 25 to 50. Decide on where you want to be. So if you're someone that's wanting to hit director, you want to hit the bigger numbers, the higher numbers, the 25 to 50. If you're someone that wants to hit, anywhere from 6 to 9% or in between there, then the 10 to 25 people will be fine. But just make sure you're adding at least 5. At least 5. you can do 5. You can do 5, okay? And that's your warm list, adding your friends, connecting with your warm list. And the easiest way for warm list is the ones that are liking your stuff, the ones that are commenting on your stuff, and the ones that are reviewing your stories. Like, that's really cool to actually connect with them. Like, oh my God, thank you so much for catching my story. How are you doing? It's been a while. Stuff like that. Really casual, because we're all about building those relationships, right? And so if you haven't started your list of prospects, your list of leads or whatever, your list is not being created so you can go and hunt them. Okay? We're not hunters, we're farmers. Let's farm. Let's plant the seeds and water them. Okay? And as they grow, they'll come back. They'll be ready, okay? Don't be shooting these people. You're not a shark. You're not a hunter. You're a farmer, okay? So, with that being said, that's why you create your list. The list is very important, so that way you can reference your list when you have those times where, oh, I already talked to that person. I already talked to them. That's when you go on your list and you build your relationships based on the people that you have on your list. So your goal is to add at least 2 people every single day to your list, okay? How I've done it, obviously, if I don't do it every day, I just add at least 10 to 20 people for the week, so do what works for you. But that's kind of like the gist of it. So follow new people, the same thing. Okay, on here it says 50 to 100. You can switch that number up. You can edit this however you want. Don't feel like, oh my God, that's it, I gotta do this. No, edit it however you want. If you want to follow 5 to 10 people a day, every day, that's gonna make a difference. You're gonna see a difference. Like, you seriously are. You react to Facebook stories, 5 to 10 stories a day. Cool. You can do 5 stories a day. Cool, get it done. Delete those inactive friends. Get them out of your dang list, dude. I swear. I've been cleaning out my list. I cleaned out like 2,000 people. I'm like, who are you? Okay, so actively go on and clean those dead ends. Okay, clean the dead inactive friends. Take them off your list. Okay, make room for those that want to be there, that you want to connect with, that you want to talk to. Why would you ask somebody, you're like, I don't even have anything in common with them? Like, it's just, get them off, okay? So that's network. See, that's all of those. Really easy. Really, really easy. Now we're going to build the algorithms. So building your algorithm is basically going to get you up there when you're connecting and building your relationships with all of your prospects, whether they're customers or potential beauty influencers. And so people are always like, oh, I gotta do the Facebook algorithm. I don't know, you gotta post at this time. And it's like, what, to be honest with you, I'm tired of that shit. I'm sorry. I'm just being real right now. I am tired of looking at this time and this and this. And I was like, no, I'm tired of it. Okay. So this is how you build your algorithm. Okay. Every morning and night when you go on your checklist, you want to like and comment on your list, right? Remember your list that you're building. You want to like and comment on their pictures, on their posts. And this is a good way for you to find out more about who they are. Learn about who you're actually even wanting to present the product or the opportunity to. Don't just present it. Like, there's times where we get desperate. I'm not gonna lie, I was desperate. Right? And so, we're changing that now. We're switching it up. So with that, like and comment on your friend's post. Share value on stories and groups. So this is, sharing what you've learned, sharing some tips and hacks and things that you learn. Like, that feels good to you, that you feel is very valuable to your following. Share that. That'd be so cool. I love it. I love seeing different things. In the groups, when you're joining your groups, like my karaoke one, go in there and be like, oh my God, I love that song. Like, oh my God, I love that song. Like, things like that. Like, be active in your groups, okay? So you can do that in 3 groups, okay? Or in the group, whatever, however many you want to do. This is 3 times a day. You can switch that up to whatever. I'm only going to do it on this day and this time. Like and comment on your friends' posts. And this is your AM and PM. So you do it in the morning and the evening. And then you like and comment on expert pages. So this is kind of like if you're following like an influencer, their business page, or if you're following like whatever, they're like local public figures and things like that. Go on there and comment on their pages. Go on there and learn about their pages. See what they're doing. See what's going on. Is there any trends that you want to catch up on? Is there anything that you want to do? Things like that. check it out. Don't be shy. Facebook social media is supposed to be social. Don't be shy. Be social with people, okay? That's why it's there. Woo! Okay. And then the last on building is having people, invite them to share your content. Like, this sounded so weird to me in the beginning, but I was like, hey, you know, if it, at the end, it was kind of like, if they really enjoy the content, whether it's a quote or whether it was something that I shared about the product in the group, sometimes I tell them like, oh, invite your friend, like let them know like what you're learning here in the group and tag them. Sometimes I use that as a giveaway. Invite your friends and tag them in the post if you found it valuable. Things like that, you know, because you're sharing something that you feel is valuable. So offer it to them. Like, you can share this. Because I found that some people like, can I share this? Like, oh my God, yes, share this, whether it's a quote or whatever. And so they're asking me if they can share. I'm like, oh my God, please, that helps me. Like, I let them know that literally helps me and my business and my journey. So I would so appreciate if you share it. Thank you so much, girl. So invite them to share. It's okay. You'll be surprised. So the last two is pretty much follow-up. So your follow-up is on your new customers. So this is pretty much so mine is my warm market on my group. I follow up with them like, hey, how did you like the products? If I see that they receive their products, no, scratch that. Oh my God, I got to see, that's a habit I got to change. So now the question is, instead of saying, how did you like the products? The question is, hey, I saw that your package was delivered. Did you get it? And they're like, oh yeah, I got it, sis. And they're like, hey, cool. Did you use it? And I'm like, yeah, I was using it. I've been using the lippy. And I'm like, okay, what did you like best about it? What did you like best? That's it. That's the only question I ask. And so that way it's always going to be a positive, because they're going to find something that they really liked about it, whether it was the color, the feel of it, how long it lasted, whatever. They're going to find something that they really truly loved about that particular product. So switching up the questions makes a huge difference, because instead of them saying, well, how did you like it? It's like they're trying to find like, hey, what did I like about it? No, you ask them, what did you like about it? Because I love that color, right? Like that. Okay, that's your follow-up. And then your follow-up is on your chats. I don't personally have any open chats, so usually I actually cross that one off. But if you have any chats, like any group chats that you've created, I know some of the ladies, they created their VIP messenger chats in there. So instead of them having Facebook groups, they actually have a messenger group, a VIP messenger group. So that's a way for you to interact in your chats. I don't have one. I've always thought of doing one, but I don't know. I just never got around to it. I just feel like the group for me is easier for my schedule, for what I do. So, but if you have a chat, this will be your checklist to check that off, so that way you can check in and see how the chat's doing, things like that. Here you can message older customers, and this is just pretty much if they're still liking your stuff and commenting on their stuff and viewing your stuff, just message them. Hey, how are you doing? How was your New Year's? How's your day? How's your winter? How's school? Things like that. Just follow up. Like, just, hey, that's all. Hey, how are you? It's been a while. What you been up to? That's it. You know, just simple. Like, how would you talk to your sisters? How would you talk to your friends? Treat it like that, because in all honesty, this is your business. So don't present them the way I present it, or the way Leisha presents it, or the way Heather presents it. Present it how you're going to present it, how you're going to talk, because why would you want to be like somebody else if you're already awesome? Right? Right? Okay, so that was the follow-up with older customers. The next one is prospects. So if you have testimonials that are shared in your group or things like that, like recently I've been adding other customers or other people that's been liking my stories and stuff. I've been adding them to the group and tagging them either in our albums, in the album that's in my private group for my VIP customers, or I tag them in a challenge I'm doing, a giveaway I'm doing, or I tag them in something. Tag them in something. If it was a conversation that you had about the skincare, about the makeup, or about something like that, just tag them in something. So that way they're in there, okay? You have them in there, and then it reminds you like, okay, that's right. That's what we talked about, okay? Make sure you write it down. Just keep track. It helps you. We get older. We forget things. There's a lot of shit going on. So just do yourself a favor and write things down. Keep track. It's easiest, okay? And then from there, so invite business leads to team trainings. This is something we do not personally do. I use this as the mega parties that we used to have. So this is something that if we were having the mega party for that month, I would kind of build my list. And my list was always 50 girls, was always 50 customers to invite to our mega party. So that would be my checklist for that week, or whatever, yeah, for that week, and to kind of get that done. And so that way I can have at least half of it. Okay, my goal was 50, and I would send out messages every single day for that week until our party to have that goal to have 50. But even to have 10 is amazing. But that's to keep on track. So this one you can switch it. I switched it to mega parties, is what I've done there on the last one for follow-up. Okay, right there. Now, the last of it is for our incredible SWEETSENSE leaders mostly. This is your team, okay? So when you have your team and you are someone that is running other things, running businesses, doing other things, you're busy, I totally get it, but this is going to be your checklist. So this is, well, I guess it's all of us. It's all of us, not just the leaders, it's all of us. So team, the first one is your onboarding your new recruits. So getting them onboarded, helping them through. We have it in our guides on the welcome on how to get them started. And right now, as you ladies know, as of today, which is what, January 7th, 2022, our group is revamping. So your guides are going to be very up to date. So I highly recommend for you to check that out all the way through, because that's where I'm putting a lot of the things that we're switching up in our group. So stay up to date, stay in the know, so that way when you have your new roles coming in, they're in the know too. Help them out, okay? And that, because that's, you know, that's why we're here as leaders especially, okay? So onboard your new recruits. Make sure you follow through on the guides. It starts with the welcome, and then from there, you know, engage in our Facebook Messenger team chats. When you join and you start your team, I recommend for you to have your own team chat other than our chat, because that way you can connect with them one-on-one. If they have any questions and they feel too shy, so I found that some ladies, they feel too shy, or they're like, I don't want to ask a stupid question, and I've had that feeling too, so I totally get it. And so if you wanted to create your own team chat, typically when you start a team, already assume success. Already assume success when you are building your team. So with that being said, start your chats, start your groups. I started our SWEETSENSE Bosses group when we only had when we had our first two. Teresa and Juju. That was our first two, and I started the group. I started the chat. Just get it started. And because I pretty much assumed success, so I was like, I gotta do this because we're gonna blow up, which we are blowing up. We're gonna blow up, okay? So team chats. The next one is connect your new downline teammates. Connect with them at least once a day. Just pretty much showing, you know, hey, how's it going? Or a training you just uploaded, things like that. Connect with them. It's always good to stay up to date, right? Then you check in with your downline, and the last one, post any rank advancements, and that's it. So it looks intimidating, but to be honest with you ladies, when you actually go through it one by one, you actually do it. But this is going to help you stay consistent, stay organized, and just get it done. Get it done, make sure it's there, and so that way you're not scrolling and like, shit, what did I do? I just scrolled for an hour and I did nothing. I was just scrolling. Like, dude, seriously? Come on. So with that being said, use your IPA checklist. It's there for a reason. That'll be posted on there. I think it's already posted, but I make sure it's posted. These ones right here, our power hours, it has a relationship building. I'll probably do another training on that because I'm still deciding. I'll post the forms, but I'm still kind of deciding because there's a new one that Leisha just launched, so I don't know. I'm kind of in between with the leaders to see which ones that we are going to be using. So, but today was just the income producing activity checklist. Make sure you're utilizing that. I'm going to tell you right now, you are going to see massive results even if it's doing one per category or two per category. Even if you're reaching out to 5 people a day, That's going to make a huge difference as long as you stay consistent with it. So at the end of the day, when you're doing your IPA checklist, this is going to help you so much rather than you being online, commenting, liking, reaching out, things like that. And you're just like, what did I just do for the whole freaking 8 hours? Rather than doing this, this will take you, what, 30 minutes to an hour at least. Give yourself the hour. Like, give yourself 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at the evening. For us, as we are becoming leaders, it may be longer because we are creating and we're building a team, so it's going to look different. But when you're doing your content shouldn't take that long. It really shouldn't. You know, honestly, if today was my content day, I probably did, and that was just content. I wasn't really on social media. It was probably like maybe a couple hours just to do my look. I even did our calls. I did some calls today. I did 5 calls today, and it all worked in. Like, it all. And see, now I'm doing training with you ladies. I love you ladies so much. So, you know, it's possible. It's possible. So, but if you have any questions, let me know. I wanted to go over this again. I do have other trainings. I might actually just do an IPA guide. So I can put it all in one. I don't know. But this, I tell you, is going to help you ladies so much. Stay on track. Let's stay on track. Let's stay focused. We have our new systems. We also want to make sure that we are doing the activities that we need to do so that we can see the results that we need to see. Okay? So thank you so much for joining. I love you ladies. Okay, I'll talk to you later.